begin with a prayer through my favorite person, our blessed mother. So let's say, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Most Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on us. Our Lady, Queen of all hearts, pray for us. And dear Saint Joseph, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you all for being here. Tonight's topic is evangelization and living out your faith as a Catholic Christian in your college years. All right, now, for you all that have heard me speak before, you know that I love life. I love life, and I want to share with you all part of my life. Father was talking about that black cloud. Right? I'm going to share another rainstorm with you all. Recently, I went down to visit my cousin. She was getting married. She was getting married in New Orleans. Has anybody ever been to New Orleans before? Okay, well, okay, so you've been to New Orleans. All right, good. All right, got one person here. All right, well, New Orleans, it is a special town because the people down there are very friendly. And when I say friendly, you're going to see what I mean by that in a second. Okay, so when I was going down there, I was in a rush. Surprise, surprise, for my knows me. They call it Gerard time. And I was running, and I left my phone in my car. All right, so I left my phone in my car. I was supposed to use that phone to call my friends to come pick me up from the airport. Okay, but that'll come a little bit later. So I'm going to the airport. I told my dad to drop me off. I said, Dad, maybe can you help me just run back to your house, get my phone, and bring it back. I waited literally 10 minutes till my flight was about to leave, and he still wasn't there. So I said, I got to go because otherwise I'm not going to make it through the TSA line. So I was running through. I was throwing things in my pocket. I was flying all over the place, and I went through to the airport. I land in New Orleans. I get out. No problems. Until I realized, wait a second, I can't call my friend without my phone. So I was stuck in the airport, and me not being shy about things, I went up to people, random people, and started asking them, hey, can I borrow your computer for a second? You know, and they were like, what? And then, so I went up to this one lady, and she was like, oh yeah, sure, honey, I can borrow my computer. And every time I tried to log in, it would log in back under her. So I would have to do it under her information. So she's like, well, I guess you have to give me your Facebook page, your phone number, your mailing address. And I'm like, wow, this lady's got a lot of information on me. So then I posted, because it only let me go public, I posted, I said, can somebody please pick me up in baggage claim 2, right? So one of my friends that saw the Facebook posting said, yeah, you know, Gerard's in baggage claim 2. Can somebody come pick him up? So then as I'm sitting there, nobody's coming up. It's been about 40 minutes now that I'm waiting around. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get stranded in New Orleans. I'm not even going to get to the wedding. I go up to this other lady, and she says, I said, okay, for some reason, my computer thing isn't working. I guess I'm going to have to friend you in order to post stuff. So the lady, I'm not joking about this, she's about, I don't know, maybe 70, 75 years old. She comes up to me, hands me my laptop. Then I'm starting to type it, and she puts her arm around me. She says, I'll be your Facebook friend. I ran away. Eventually, somebody came to baggage claim 2, and I made it to the wedding. All right, but so that was wild. All right, but then afterwards, so we go to the wedding afterwards. I'm returning now. So remember what I was saying? I said, oh my goodness, you know, I was running to get a flight. So I go up to the TSA to fly back home. And then I forgot. And I said, oh my goodness, where's my license? I couldn't remember where my license was. I had thrown it in my backpack, and they were asking for picture ID. Now, remember, this is TSA guys, and you know, sometimes they don't have the best sense of humor when they're doing security, right? So I tried. I said, I can't find my license. I said, can my voter registration do? And they're like, no. And then they said, we need a picture ID. So you guys will appreciate this. So I pulled out my old teacher's ID and tried to show it to them. They didn't think it was too funny. They're like, get out of here. So I went searching for it, and eventually I got my license. I found it to them. But then I checked my baggage in. Here in DC, usually when you check your baggage in, you get your boarding pass. I went up to the desk, and I mean, I'm literally walking the airport for 3 hours. Right? I'm walking the airport for 3 hours. I go up there, and they, you know, they scan your pass. They scanned it, and then all of a sudden there was a red light that went off. I was like, uh-oh, they must have flagged me because I showed them my school ID, right? but it came to happen that the boarding pass was really just a security pass. And they literally had sold my seat, which was the last seat on the plane, right like 5 minutes before I checked in. So I was stranded in New Orleans. I had $40 to my name, and I didn't know where I was going to go. I was like, okay, I guess I'll just sleep on the airport. So the lady was like, yeah, you know, don't worry, it'll all work out. So I go, and you know, I was pretty distressed. And the lady says, just hold on a second. She could see that I was really stressed. She said, okay, well, look, here's what we're going to do for you. It's kind of my fault that I sold your seat, you know. So she refunded my ticket, and she actually gave me more money than it was actually worth. I paid $280. They gave me the full price of the ticket. So, like, I'm the only one I think that's actually literally made money off of missing a flight, right? They put me up in this 5-star hotel, all right, and the dinner, which I thought I wasn't going to be able to buy because the hotel that they put me up, the plates were about $70 each. I was telling the bus driver about my situation. The irony is most of my family's from Louisiana, but I didn't know any of their phone numbers, so they couldn't help me. So I was telling the bus driver this, and 7 o'clock, I was falling asleep, and then all of a sudden this bang is on my door, like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm like, somebody's coming to get me. And this lady, the bus driver, she comes up, and she gives me my dream meal. Fried chicken and biscuits. I was like, oh my goodness! I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Yes, Popeyes, yes! Popeyes, I was like, oh my goodness. See, but the reason, I was like that too, except I was more like this. I was like, the reason I say that I tell that story though, is in life, you can have opportunities. All right? At that story, I had the opportunity to laugh, run from elderly women, humility, got a chance to eat some good chicken. But the thing is, in life, we have to take advantage of those opportunities in order to truly live. We have to personally decide to live. And what I want to do tonight is give you 3 keys to help you live as a college Catholic Christian on campus and tie it into evangelization. So that's what I want to do tonight. Okay, so the 3 keys. The first key, kind of just talked about it. We have to actually decide to live, or we decide to be like the Walking Dead. Okay. Now, just because I talk with young adults a lot, I know a lot of people like the kind of like the Walking Dead, the zombie stuff like that. I once saw a bumper sticker about the zombie apocalypse that said, "In case of zombie apocalypse, know that this car would be unmanned." Then I saw this other bumper sticker which I wanted to give to him. It says, "In case of zombie apocalypse, I'll take your car." All right. Now, with that, we have to not let opportunities pass us. Right? Now, zombies, they're animated corpses, but what are they missing?
Their brains.
All right. Their brain and what else? They have
Soul.
yes, their soul, their heart, their will, their desire. All right. We have to choose to be active and not dormant. Okay? So, what I want to do is look at the community first, and then individuals. Are there any business majors in here? Okay, now, have you ever heard of the Pareto principle?
What?
The Pareto principle. Okay, all right, well, this will impress your teacher, then everybody else just listen to this. What this principle basically says is that 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. All right? So, like, for example, 80% of business comes from 20% of customers. 80% of complaints usually come from 20% of your customers. So you guys ever want to open up a business or something? 82.7% of the world's wealth is controlled by 20% of its people. But within the church, this is the community we're going to look at first, it actually goes a little worse, okay, than that average here. according to the Dynamic Catholic Institute, 6.4% of registered parishioners contribute to 80% of the volunteer hours in a parish. 6.4%. 6.8% of registered parishioners donate 80% of the finances. So, let's bring it home here. Let's let the eagle come to land. Let's do this here, all right? So, at Mary Washington, there are about 4,000 undergraduate students. I looked this up on your website. I'm not just throwing numbers out here. Okay. But there are about 4,000 undergraduate students. This CCM program has about 125 students. So that means this campus, there's only about 3.1% of the campus spreading the fullness of faith to the rest of the campus. 3! Right? That's a lot less than 20, right? 3%! I'm seeing some eyes, you're kind of like, oh man, ouch. Now that can seem discouraging, but because I'm an optimist, that actually is very encouraging. With only 3% of the campus, I'm looking at you all right now. Look at all that you're doing on the campus. Your giving retreats, your Bible studies, your community outreach, Catholic ambassadors, supper socials, holy hours, giving the visible presence of Christ on your church and the campus. You're doing this all at not 5, but 3%. That's awesome. Give yourself